The new update is going to empower our KvK 1 commanders, and this is going to change our Rise of Kingdom experience in Season of Conquest. Make Barca great again! Make Barca great again! Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. I'm Legend Ronnie and today we are going to read the update patch notes, which I hope and everyone hope is that the KvK 1 commanders will finally shine again and will have a utility in Season of Conquest. Now I want to have an open discussion in the comment section below. I want to know, what do you think? Are we going to see Julius Caesar and Barca on the field roaming again or not? Going back to our patch notes, the first thing they are mentioning is that we are having it on the 7th of January 2022. The Spring Festival, there's no reason to go through this one, is the regular festival and events that we usually have in the game. Something to mention about this part is that we get Protect the Supplies and Arms Training. They used to add only one of them, now they're starting to add both of them, and they're also offering materials with them, which is really nice. The new Tempest Clash event, so this is something we can talk a little bit. Champions of Olympia version on sea battles, but there's a couple of very important things that you might want to take note regarding this Tempest Clash. Hai mă că ești pe 4G, du-te. Hello? No, but it says over here on the third point, the Tempest Clash puts every governor on an equal footing on the battlefield. Any bonuses attached to governors will be inactive on this battlefield. And you also need to be a City Hall level 7 to play this event. So this is very, very important. This is the point that I was trying to point out that you want to keep in mind, because it will have no effect. So you can go ahead and smash a 200 million power whale and go like, ha ha ha, it's 200 million power, ha ha ha. I'm just guessing, you know, but it's a very nice thing, the fact that no bonuses will have effect, so pretty much it will be skill based, because it says further down, if you read, that each of the 3 ship types has its own strength and weaknesses over the other types. Team cooperation and mastery of combat is key to victory. So that's a very, very nice thing. Hopefully the rewards are also fairly decent for the amount of time that we will spend for this event. Now this is the cherry on top of the cake, the new city building, the museum. Now I do have to say that from a previous game from Lilith, I do have experience with something similar. It was the temple, so they were having a temple there. Now, according to this museum, after the Season of Conquest has begun, governors can build a new structure in their city, so only when you enter on the Season of Conquest. Now, the question is, if you migrate back with this museum building, will this become inactive? That is the most important question, and hopefully they are watching this video, because some players might just build up this museum, upgrade these commanders that they are mentioning over here, and then go back and smash people in KvK 2, as we have experiences when people were going with Season of Conquest commanders and Season of Conquest gear. So let's hope history will not repeat. The museum has a total of 14 exhibits, each belonging to a legendary commander. Governors can unlock exhibits using exhibit coins and buy relics using relic coins to provide commanders with powerful buffs. Now that's very concerning when they said powerful buffs. This is the reason what I was saying at the beginning. Are we going to see Julius Caesar and Barca again on the field? Is that gonna be a thing? The first batch of commanders exhibits in the museum are Double C, Minamoto, Ethelflaed, Hannibal, Richard, Charles, El Cid, YSG, Mulan, Ragnar, Mehmed, Frederick, Julius, and Charlemagne. Couple of them are very juicy commanders. So let's face it, YSG is still useful. Mulan, definitely very useful. Ethelflaed, again, definitely very useful. El Cid, useful. Richard, you know, still has his utilities and perks. And Mehmed as well. Low utilities, obviously, on many of these commanders, but to be able to empower them and give them powerful buffs, that can also be concerning on a point. But this is also amazing news, because this is exactly what some of us really want, right? We wanted the old commanders to be useful again. So now they are providing this museum. But I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit, because I was mentioning the other game, the Art of Conquest, where they had a temple. Now in that game they done the mistake where the temple was boosting all commanders. So right now what do we have in Rise of Kingdoms? We have infantry, archers, cavalry, leadership, and integration, right? So we have 5 that are always repeating. So in that game, when they introduced the temple was boosting all the types of commanders, meaning that, let's say, the new commanders that were being introduced, if you already had a powerful temple, that commander was already boosted. All you had to do is just level him up, get his star up, put his equipment, get his talents done, and boom, you were just smashing things. Now with the museum is a total different story, because with the museum you're just empowering certain commanders, right? Certain commanders that are dropping in utility, which again is really nice, and it's also giving a chance to some of the older players and some of the newer players as well, who are coming to Season of Conquest, to maybe bring these commanders back to life. In that game, in Art of Conquest, there were players that spent over $1 million and they weren't able to max that temple. 1 million, over 1 million, and they didn't max that temple. They were like level 15 and the temple was going to like level 20 runes or something like that. But they were definitely god mode. Nobody was able to beat them. They were demolishing entire continents by themselves. Let's hope that is not going to happen here and they learn from their mistakes. We are getting a new map in the Season of Conquest. The Lost Kingdom Desert Conquest coming soon will go live in few kingdoms within 2 weeks after the update. To be honest, this is something similar to that March of the Ages they have done. I already went and read through all this stuff. I just don't want to read it now on the screen. It's basically what they're doing. They're just detailing how this event is going to be. So I'm just going to go to the next picture, and it says about Sea of Death, and it says about Colossi, which it says that is a colossal statue around the Sea of Death, will grant bonuses and significant prestige upon occupation. Occupying Colossi is key to victory. And then there is fortresses. It says that there's two of them, 2 fortresses, and it's also very important how you manage those fortresses. And it says about generals. And generals is a story-specific role acting as the manager of a fortress. So since there's 2 fortresses, means there's going to be 2 generals. You are going to send your troops to the fortress, and the general there is going to use the troops the way he see fit. The way they express it, just to summarize it a little bit from what I'm understanding, this is going to be a more action type of KvK. Like, you'll have a lot of fighting in this KvK, because I'm believing that these generals, right, these 2 generals over here, will be able to fight as much as they want to. As long as they have troops, they will be able to keep fighting, or doing, you know, fighting actions like attacking all the fortresses or something like that. So this is what is my belief regarding this. They are even mentioning somewhere among the lines that it's a very high action type of KvK. Now, if that's going to be the truth, we will see the kingdoms that will want to test this thing out. The Osiris League Grand Final improvements. They are changing the things a little bit, as they are mentioning over here. And they're also changing the rewards. I believe that was the main change over here. They're giving a personalized alliance symbol to the champion alliance, allowing them to show off their victory. This replaces the city team reward. And it also mentions that the buff for governors in the grand finals have been changed to allow for a fairer fight. Well, there's just really few people that are really getting to this Osiris League grand finals to even mention so much about it. And now we're finally getting to all the changes, a number of roles and skill on the Ceroli. Okay, then we have Blueprints, Legendary Accessory, Greatest Glory, and Concealed Dagger are now available in the Holy Knights Treasure event. After updating, Greatest Glory and Concealed Dagger will become usable prior to the commencement of Season of Conquest. Right, so what I'm understanding from this, it has a big connection with the 4th point. So on the 4th point, it says, after updating, limited resource bundles will no longer be available, and 7-day limited wood, stone, food, and gold supplies will also no longer be available for purchase. Any limited supplies already purchased will no longer be available for purchase once claimed. So now, going back to the third point, what they're trying to say is that you will get these limited 7 days and these limited resources in the eve of the crusade, or during the eve of the crusade, or probably for a period of time, a week, 2 weeks, who knows, during the KvK, who knows how long it will last. But once that is over, that is it about these limited resource bundles. So that's very interesting why they are doing that. And of course, when they fix issues about Commander is the last line, because who wants to keep resetting a Commander, right? Because they said here they fixed an issue where Takeda expertise skill had an incorrect description in some languages, where we are not really using Takeda as much as we used to. But I wouldn't mind a skill reset or at least something to reset the commander to 0. That would be pretty nice. The commander's actual battle strength has not been changed, or at least so they say. But again, we are using Takeda for very little now, so we can't really tell if there was a change or not. And I think they're profiting on that, just so we don't get sculptures, extra sculptures. Anyway, I want to hear in the comment section below what you think about the museum, which I believe, honestly, I really believe that from this entire update of 6 points update, that is the most important part, because it's empowering the commanders. It's empowering the old commanders in the game. This is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.